So I just got to kick in here for a minute and kind of share what I've been thinking about the past 24 hours, 36 hours or so since the shooting in Minneapolis, another one. And, all right, here's flat out. Here's my 2 cents. Here's how I feel. This is, and it kind of aligns with my beliefs, is the illness that people suffer in their brains needs to be addressed. There's way too much mental illness. There's way too much victimization. And I just think that this needs to be addressed. It used to be, and we need to bring that back, and we need to get all over it. My guns, they sit there. They don't ever move unless I go grab them and touch them, right? Ever. So you can't blame the guns. You can't blame, the Second Amendment or any of that. And it's just ludicrous to think that they're the victim. And all this media going on trying to address him as being a victim is just wrong, flat out wrong. That's definitely what I believe. Going in there and just shooting innocent people because, well, I read today that he, in his journal, had regrets about the transition and wished he hadn't done it. Well, it's still not an excuse. That's your fault. You made choices. We all make choices. He's a coward, flat out. And I don't care about his manifesto. I don't care about his problems. What he did was just totally unacceptable. And it's a tragedy. These poor families, in this town. And Minneapolis could suck it. You guys need to get a grip there in Minnesota. Sorry. That's just, you guys just got to become normal. There just isn't anything normal anymore, it seems like. And anything normal is wrong. Oh my God, why did you vote for the devil? It's just, anyway, I just feel that what happened yesterday, absolute tragedy. It needs to be looked at completely different. It needs to be addressed. And you know what? I was listening to talk radio yesterday on running some errands, and they were saying there's just, feel like there's just no solution. Well, there is. I guarantee you, every single cop would do off-duty security work at every single school, and that's the end of it. Churches, schools. It would be a huge deterrent for these idiots. And, they can make good money, and they're protecting the kids. They're doing more of a community service. They're there with the parents. That's a win-win. Bring in armed security and even put signs out. This property, this school has armed security. Let's try that. I think that will put a huge stop to all this and provide a huge layer of safety and confidence for these families and the children. So that's really my reaction to what happened yesterday. Yet another one. So here's the takeaways. Idiot's not a victim. He's a coward. We need armed security at every school. I guarantee you all the cops, so many cops would do off-duty work protecting the children and at churches and stuff. I'm pretty sure my mom's church up in Portland, Oregon, they have undercover security. So that's 2 key points. And we need to address the mental illness. It needs to be really looked at, analyzed, with compassion, obviously, and help these people. Be it, I don't know, medication or rehabilitation. I don't know what the answer is. I'm not a doctor. I'm not a psychologist. I don't know. But I just wish that didn't happen. I feel like there's things that we can do to resolve it. I think we could all come together a little better with some common sense and put an end to this. Let that be the last one. So anyway, that is my reaction to the Minneapolis massacre yesterday. Okay.